the consumption of the Ugandan music.
Yes.
How has it been for you guys for the last 10 years?
What I got to realize when it comes to Ugandan music, not that it's a bad thing, the one thing that we keep preaching about is the fact that we have good music. We have amazing artists, we have talented artists. The only problem is we'll have a show like this one, come through, play their music, ask people to drop their requests, and in the requests, the problem we find. Request number 1, Wizkid. Request number 2, Davido. Request number 3, Tiwa Savage. Request number 4, Chris Brown. You get me? And yet, we have our very own artists. It's not like they're not doing music. But for some reason, it takes our audience longer to accept and acknowledge Ugandan music as opposed to music that comes from outside. I'll give an example. Not so long ago, we got Sip Alcohol by Joe Boy. Yeah. Before even the video could come out or anything, the day it was released, it was already #1 on our top 100 music, Uganda.
I'll tell you
in most cases.
If you check iTunes right about now, the top 2 songs are from one artist, Ruga.
From Ruga. Both not, well, basically Ugandan songs. So what is it? What makes people be quick to jump onto the international music as opposed to the music that comes from here? That is the thing that beats my understanding.
And I'm going to try to answer that question, but over to you, Dagi.
What do you think about, well, the rate it's taken into? I think you've actually had he has had the pleasure of being not just here, not just introducing Ugandan artists, but also introducing foreign artists onto the same stage. The reception that you get, the difference, what can be done?
I think, for me, my biggest challenge has always been the vocabulary that people bring to the entertainment industry for as far as Uganda is concerned. The one word that shall always stand out is Zalao.
Oh yes, undermining, right?
Undermining, but Zalao. Somebody goes to studio, somebody pays for studio time, somebody does a very beautiful song, and when they release it, somebody says, producer, and then before you know it, they desist themselves from appreciating the sound. And then 6 months down the road, when somebody famous, let me say as an example, if Linda jumped onto that one song that they said was fake, and Linda did a challenge for it, and Linda blew it out of proportion, and then another 1,000 followers of Linda shall also jump onto the challenge. And then there's very same people that said that's a fake sound, who start saying, after a while. But time has passed.
Yes.
The time that person should have gotten a lot out of that project has gone.
Yes.
Clearly, what you said is the most correct thing. When a Nigerian artist drops a song, it will become a big hit. 95% out of 100, big hit in 2 days.
Yes.
2 days. When you say people request for a song, we have social media pages. You tell them request for a song. What do you want DJ Ivan to play for you?
Yes.
You go through the requests. The people that are watching the show are 99% home Ugandans. But you will find Ruga, Yemi Alade, or Drake.
My question is, should we attribute this to, okay, should we say the quality of music we have here is not good enough?
The quality is amazing. Let us not even talk about the quality not being good enough. The quality is good enough.
Yes.
The quality is good enough. We just have to stop thinking that
for us to be good, we have to be like them.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's not until I don't know if you've seen this. Ugandans will sing songs their way, and we won't take it in. And then they'll sing the same song in English, and we'll jump on it. I'll give Easy as an example. Easy first, like he went ahead to try in local language for a while. It wasn't done, wasn't taken in until he switched beats to, well, more Afro beats, if I should call it that.
It's a very interesting topic, and obviously for us to really digest it, we must be able to hold certain factors constant. And one of these factors, personally, that I would like us to hold constant at Ceteris Paribus is the fact that when it comes to consumption of music, it has everything to do with promotion. For us to understand how music has been consumed in this particular country, we have to take a ride into how music was consumed in the past. For us to understand how music is being consumed today, and pretty much have an understanding and maybe be able to predict how music is going to be consumed in the future. I am one of those people that firmly believe music doesn't have a nationality. music doesn't have a race, it doesn't have a skin color, you know, it doesn't have a gender, you understand? If it's good music, it's good music. I'm also one of those people that believe, right, when we see the iTunes charts, even when we put out a post, you understand, and people are making these requests, and they're asking for this particular songs, they're asking for Justin Bieber or for Wizkid, or they're asking for Amapiano and stuff like that. Back in the day, people would ask for Conscience when dancehall was dancehall. And back in the day, people would ask for Awilo Nongoman, all these particular people. We have to take back steps and understand how music was being consumed in the past. Dagi will tell you, in the past, the music that was trending is the music that was being given on the cassettes, right? And that's what was happening. And the artists that were giving us copies, and they would have these people, even on foot, door to door, I'm selling my cassette, can you buy, can you buy, can you buy? And then the music was being consumed. That's where Chameleon made his money back in the day, when Jamila was Jamila, when Mamma Mia was Mamma Mia.
Yes, be that as it may, you're talking about a promotion. Is there a way that we can force feed the people?
Definitely.
Is it because if we choose to say, you know what, I'm having this concert, but my headlining artist had better be Ugandan, do you think that can actually work in the long run to actually help us embrace more of our music?
Definitely.
As opposed to the way it is now? Because when we want to have a concert, in order for you to get people, you have to advertise with an artist that is not from Uganda. That is when people be like, oh my God, this one is coming. Oh my God, this one is... You yourself have jumped around the time when you had Western music, Western was coming through.
Yeah.
And that, should I call it the enthusiasm for an international artist? How can we bring that home?
See, Linda,
that is the question.
For me, if I'm to jump on what you're trying to say is, a while ago, when the country was under total shutdown, total lockdown, buzz 0% lockdown, performances and concerts 0%. We had an artist from Uganda who went and started ranting about the possibility of Ugandan promoters bringing an international artist and under the guise of something else to come and perform here.
Oh, yes.
You remember very well.
Because we were hated by...
When Omale came to Uganda, and Bebe Cool said, Bebe Cool went on social media and said, we have not been working for all this time. And the chance you get to do something musical, you oversee the people that have been suffering, people that have been right next to you, people that have been creating associations, people that have been saying, give us food, mutwe kaunga, mutwe kuchi. And then you give that money to an international artist, twice as much of what the person next to you would have called for. And then people misunderstood it and took it out of proportion. They blew it out of proportion. But for me, on a personal level, I understood where he was coming from. And remember, he made a note and said, and it doesn't have to be me who has to be booked. But he said, these other musicians, because me, I am at least well off, but these other musicians that don't have the best foundation, that have not, you know, prepared themselves for such a wave, they should at least get a chance
to actually take
and
the stage.
they actually did, to be honest. So many Ugandan artists performed on that same stage where Thames and Omale were. So many DJs performed as well.
For it to happen, they had to use Thames and
Omale.
Again, now the problem is...
We have to go back and understand that music is a business. At the end of the day, you're looking at making profits.
Exactly.
You are a businessman. You have to look at what is going to bring me money. If bringing an international artist will make me more money, what are you going to do?
And now that is what we're talking about. Why is it not the other way around? You yourself, you just came back from Nairobi.
Again.
You just came back from Nairobi.
Yes.
You have seen yourself the power of a Kenyan artist in Kenya as opposed to an international artist in Kenya. For some reason, that is the one thing that has failed to cross over here. Kenyans will know for sure at the end of the day, I'm headlining a Kenyan artist because we are in Kenya. I can use a Kenyan artist to advertise my concert and people will come through. Why isn't that happening here? Why don't we use our big artist as a Ugandan artist?
That's a very good question, whose answer lies in the promotion. You promote yourself as an artist, first of all. You brand yourself properly, and you give people what is called content, because at the end of the day, content is king. I will take you back to the times when we had Raw, Radio and Weasel, when we were celebrating 10 years of Radio and Weasel, when we had people coming from all over, and what were they saying? Radio and Weasel. When we had Radio and Weasel at the BET, at the BET, what were they doing? What were they doing? Ask yourself.
They left it Radio and Weasel.
Ask yourself, what was Radio and Weasel doing? When Chameleon was Chameleon, what was he doing? Content
what do you
is
mean
king.
When Chameleon was Chameleon?
Yeah.
Yeah?
When Chameleon was Chameleon, basically he would cough, and the whole country would catch a sneeze.
Okay.
You understand? He would sneeze, I think, whatever. But at the end of the day, content is king. Give people good music consistently. Your creative juices must be poured in every single track.
So you feel like where we are lacking is in the content we put out there.
Content might be there, and which Dougie, yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Promoting that content, it's a totally different ballgame.
Then how are we supposed to promote it? Because we have tried having TV shows like this one, giving people the chance. We have introduced them. We have Premiere Tuesday. We spend the whole first half of the show introducing them to fresh artists from Uganda. Am I wrong? We have played their songs.
What are the artists doing for themselves?
So the question is, how come they're not taking it in? Because we have given them the chance. We have played it. We have introduced it to them.
Yeah.
So then why? What is lacking? What is in between them?
Real quick, just picking it from what Linda was saying, Sammy, real quick, I'll give you an example. When you talk about the promoters, I had the chance of moving with Chameleon.
Yes.
Highly rated as the biggest artist of this nation. When, I don't know if my producer can allow me to mention this, but there is a show that was happening in Nambole where they brought Shaggy, Burna Boy, Patra. You remember that show in Nambole? Yeah? No. It was a Club Dome. Club Dome. They brought Shaggy. They brought Burna Boy. They brought Patra. All those guys. But when Chameleon was called in to a meeting to be part of the stage act, Chameleon, I was having lunch with Chameleon, and Chameleon said to me, I've told those people quite clearly, you have paid these people 10 times more than you have paid me because I am a local. But I've also told them, one condition I've given them upon me accepting the payment they've given me is my face has to be on that billboard. If Burna Boy's face is on this billboard and Shaggy is on the billboard, my face must be on the billboard. I want to tell you something. The day the billboards were released, Chameleon was just mentioned like a name. He never appeared on that billboard, and he never performed on that show.
Because they did accord him the respect that was there.
And that's good. He's not the only one. Remember Coachella? And Burna Boy had an issue because his name was written in small logs.
In whatever print, fine print.
So again, it's understanding your brand and what you bring on the table. You can only stand on your toe like that, like Camila, and say, you know what, I'm not going to do this, because you know who you are, you know what you can offer.
The question Linda was asking is, why would you not put his face?
Why do they not appreciate?
Is the billboard small enough?
No, there is space.
Or too little?
We have seen how Ugandans make people, they're capable of putting 1,000 faces on the same poster. Why don't they do it? Because they can do it. I know they can. The question is, what is the problem? Why don't you use your own artists to sell your own music? Why don't you use your own artists to sell your own concerts? Why don't you use your own artists to headline your own concerts? Because they have the content, they are big. When there are no other international artists who love them, how come when the other artists come through, all of a sudden the loyalties kind of shift towards the international?
That is where we shall stop.
Can we be able to have two concerts at the same time, one international, one local, and the local beats international? Is it possible?
It's very possible. I mean, at the end of the day, what I have to say, the issues affecting the consumption of the music industry in this country are the same issues affecting the growth of small businesses, the same issues that are affecting the education sector, the health sector, and all these other sectors.
We don't have money.
Right there, we stop. We're going to go for our music break. And then, of course, when we come back, we urge you to join the conversation on all our socials. That is at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And let us know what your mind is about the discussion on deck. We are proudly powered by Coca-Cola, and we are NTV, the bet.